Welcome back to Las Vegas Big Ten Media Days. Jeremy Werner, Joy Wagner here with Illini quarterback Luke Altmyer. Luke, what's it like to be here, represent your school? I know it's been a year of elevating the game and everything, but to be kind of a voice for Illinois football, what's that like?
It's cool. I grew up watching Media Days as a SEC fan. Grew up in Mississippi. I mean, SEC football and just college football was literally the best thing in the world to me. So I watched everything, about it. The Media Days were certainly kind of the kickoff to the season, so I watched it all. And to be a part of it, to be one of the three represented for a team at this level is certainly, I don't take it for granted. Very grateful to be in the position that I am, and had fun with it. It's been cool to be in Vegas, and excited to have this moment with JC and Xavier, so it's been good.
Can you take me through this big question, a loaded question? Me and Joey like to ask those. 2023 Luke Altmyer compared to 2025 Luke Altmyer, who's singing at Wrigley Field, calling out podcasters. What's different about Luke Altmyer 2 years into this?
Yeah, I just know I am. I'm confident. I remember coming in 2023, just super shy kid, didn't know a thing about a thing, and man, just trying to figure things out. A guy who was afraid to fail, who was cautious, who was didn't know if he really belonged, and man, it's been a complete inversion of that to where I sit today. Super confident, know who I am as a person. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of adverse moments to get here, but wouldn't trade it for the world. Got so many great people around me, like Coach Bielema, who's brought the best out of me, and that just goes down the ladder. My coaches and just the community that I'm in, and I've totally been transformed by this place through my hardships. But yeah, my personality is taking leaps and bounds, I'll tell you that. And just so grateful for this place. Without it, I don't know if I'd be the person that I am. So eternally grateful for it.
Your job comes with the spotlight, right? And through all that, you're still vulnerable, you're still honest in conversations and we appreciate that. So don't change that. But you can kind of give canned answers and just move along with your day. So why is it important to you to be real and transparent and honest?
Yeah, I think growing up, man, as an SEC football fan, Mississippi State fan, everything that those quarterbacks and those players said, man, I listen to and I understand that perspective of it. People, look up to us as players, and what better do I have to do than to tell my story, to speak my heart, my mind, to maybe help somebody, to help somebody be inspired. A kid who's wanting to be in my position, man. There's nothing better that I have to do to be able to put my fullest self out there. There's certain things that I have to refrain from at times, but man, I mean, that's what an opportunity it is to be able to just speak, to brand myself, to help somebody, to inspire a kid. There's no reason I shouldn't. I think I feel like I got a good head on my shoulders, and that's just been a culmination of my parents, who they raised me and been around a lot of great people. So I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to tell my story, to inspire, and to motivate, and to be a light for a community and for anybody. I don't know. I just enjoy telling my story and really embracing everything that's been thrown my way. So yeah.
Well, don't change that, because otherwise it'd be a lot more boring.
I got you, brother.
Well, everyone asks about the quarterbacks you emulate, but is there a football player who you emulated from that side of things, who was real and transparent, that kind of showed you it was okay to do that?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I watched, as a Bulldog, Mississippi State Bulldog, Dak Prescott was the savior of freaking Starkville, Mississippi, and still is. They post him on their social media once a week. So to see that type of impact that a player had on a community, similar to Illinois, smaller markets and teams, and to understand the impact that he had, and really because he carried himself with great character. His mother died when he was in the season, and he kept on pushing with great humility and character, and people noticed that, and I certainly did, and it really has carried with me forever. Just seeing how the right way to do it. He's obviously done it the right way. He makes a lot of money. He's played a lot of football for a long time, and that's for no reason other than he's a good football player, obviously, but he does the right things and leads a life of good character, and I noticed that, and I noticed that growing up, because I've always wanted to be a college football player.
It's an interesting offseason, to say the least. I mean, through all of that, Luke, the opportunities you had, whether it's NFL or other schools, you had to have confidence in Illinois and what was around you here. Right. What was it about what's around you here on the roster, the coaching staff, that made you so comfortable here that you didn't pursue those other opportunities?
Yeah, no secret. I mean, 16 out of 22 starters back. I mean, that's one thing. And my 5 offensive linemen, obviously the receiver room is developing, but man, I got a lot of familiar faces that I'm doing it with, and we've been really successful of what we've done. So I had no reason to pick up and go somewhere else. The opportunity was there, but I knew the right thing to do was to be in this place that I've earned, and gained, trust and confidence in the right way. And so it wasn't the most sexy thing to do, I guess. In this day and age, people love to see people grasp at instant opportunities to really generate buzz and glamour and stuff like that. But this place is built on great foundation and principles, and I can do everything I want here for myself and as a team. We can be really successful this year and do something that this community and this program hadn't done ever. And that holds a lot of weight, and you can't really buy that. So, and I know I can develop into a pretty really good, hopefully a good draft pick one day too. I really believe that. So I believe I'm talented, and I know I can do everything here. So had everything coming back and had all the reasons to stay. So no reason to pick up and go. So man, I wake up reassured every day I made the right decision.
I think you and Barry are the first offense coordinator, quarterback I've covered since 2011, I believe it was. They were together for 3 straight years as a starter. How does that show out? Like, how important is that? How does that play out, like, to your advantage that you guys have been together for 3 years?
Yeah, it's rare, especially in this day and age. People are all over the place, but we understand each other at such a deep level so greatly. I'm able to understand what he's thinking even when he doesn't even realize, and him the same way. When I'm uncomfortable, when I'm comfortable, same thing with him. I can understand what he's feeling in a play call. I can understand what his next call is going to be. And he trusts me to kind of facilitate, and have independence out there on the field if I want to kind of make changes or things like that. There's just a level of comfortability. There's been a lot of meeting time where he's able to understand my thinking and vice versa. So there's so many doorways to go through on the field and ways to prepare, and it's just a lot of comfortability. We know how to communicate with each other effectively, and he's shown to be efficient in what he's doing. So I'm grateful. It's rare, really rare, so it's cool.
What about Art Sikowski? I mean, he's obviously taking a bigger role now, and everyone thinks he's just a rising star. Be an offensive coordinator at the highest level in a short amount of time. What stands out about him? How does he help you? How important has he been to you?
His drive, his passion, his tenacity, his confidence as a person is, y'all see it. Everybody sees it. Like, he's the loudest dude in the room, and he loves what he does. He loves helping people, and like, what better thing in the world is a person like that. He genuinely means it too. He's not putting on a show or anything, and he calls me all the time, and I know exactly what he's going to say every time. He's going to just tell me how excited he is for me, and start screaming in the phone. I'm like, I know Art. Like, but that's who he is, and like I play for him. Like, I love to play for him. I'll do anything for him. And I love him to death. He was the first one to move me in my apartment when I got here at Illinois, and like, he's been the same dude ever since that, and just become greater and greater in his role. So he'll keep climbing that ladder and be super successful because he's got great characteristics and a lot of passion for what he does.
What does that relationship with Coach B mean to you, and how has that evolved over the last 3 years?
Greatly. Our relationship is incredibly deep, from an emotional and mental standpoint. Like, he has developed me, and like the person you see today is great. He's brought the best out of me, putting me in difficult situations, telling me the truth when I didn't want to hear it, and he hadn't beat around the bush. He's never sugarcoated anything with me. He's always told me the truth and been honest and consistent in that, and showed me the right way to lead and to be consistent and stuff like that. And he's super successful. He's an incredible person. I remember early in spring, even 2023, he pulled me out of practices because I was just too lethargic and stuff. I didn't understand what he was doing in those moments, and now I do. He's brought the best out of me from a character standpoint and allowed me to flourish and blossom into who I am today. I told him last night how grateful that I am for him, at a dinner, and now forever. My respect for him is greater than any respect I've had for hardly anybody in this world. So he's and it's not because he's good at football or he's smart at football. It's because he's a good man, a good character. Did you ever think the relationship would grow to the point that you could just fire him some tweets and let him go do his Twitter game? No, not at all. I mean, do you see him and you're like, oh, this is going to be one that'll get him going? Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, because I know it ticks him off what doesn't, and what he likes, what he doesn't, and we play games. What do you do? Yeah, I know what gets under his skin. I know it's good to put out there, and I'll send him a tweet and be like, what is this? And he'll love it. He eats it up, and it's good for the fan base. It's fun. It's fun. Why not? It's really cool. Are you on team Brett Bielema Twitter alerts like the rest of us now? We have to be, but do you just see it if you actually follow through on what you sent? Yeah, it's gotten to the point where, like, when I refresh, he's the top of the page. Like, I don't have to have a notification. It's whatever he posts is gonna be at the top. So y'all have to have it immediate, so y'all
Yeah,
can respond,
we sure do.
but it's just funny, dude. Like it's so cool to see his just human competitive side come out. It just makes it more real for us players and community. Like he's a really like full man. Like he's got it all.
He fights for Illinois. He fights for you guys. I don't know if in that moment he was thinking it with the T-bar, but like he does that the stuff on Twitter. But that like what does that mean for a program that's trying to puff its chest out a little bit for the first time in a long time?
Yeah, you got a leader, I'll tell you that. A guy who's not afraid to go out into what is uncertain, what is unknown, and what is scary for some people. He's not afraid to lead that charge because he's done it for a while and he believes in his foundations and principles, and it just trickles on down. That confidence trickles on down to us, and he's a leader. We follow him for the right reasons. Like I said, he's not afraid to face the uncertainties of Illinois' future and things like that. He's competitive. His human nature it always comes out, especially on those Saturdays. And there's nothing more that we love to see as players. I know y'all fans and all the people, everybody who's involved loves it. And it's just real. He cares. Like I said, he fights for his team, his players, and of course it makes us want to play harder for him. So he's very businesslike and stoic. But to see those moments, man, those are the real moments that we love to see. So yeah.
Obviously, the one downside of this offseason is you lost two guys that were pretty much both number one receivers for you. Like you could trust those guys, throw the ball up for them. How important is training camp for you and the receivers for you to figure out who those guys are that you can trust, and what can you tell us about some of the individuals in that group?
Yeah, immensely important. I think the greatest things about Pat and Zachary were their alphas. They believed in their abilities and what they could do. When the ball's in the air, they knew it was theirs. And on a press man release, they knew they were going to win. And that's why I went to them so consistently, is not because they were talented, not because they were always getting open. I just knew they believed they could, and that belief is very, very strong from my perspective. To have a guy out there who knows they can do it means a lot. So we have a lot of young guys who've gotten their feet wet, who have made some big catches in games, who are trying to assert themselves into that role. And training camp's a big deal, man. Like it is a big moment for a lot of those guys, for myself, to understand who that alpha is, because somebody's got to be it and somebody's not got to be it. That's just the bottom line. So got a lot of players, got a lot of good candidates for it. Just with the returners, Malik, and who has incredible talent, who's got a chance to be a great for this university. He really does, man, and just need him to take that step to be that alpha, and he can do it. He can do it.
How hard is that for a kid to go from, he's behind really good players, even Casey, right, to becoming that guy? How does that happen?
Incredible. I mean, I lived it. That was my story. For 3 or 4 years. It's just being afraid to fail and not knowing if you belong, especially playing behind so many greats that's who you compare yourself to, so it's hard. But like I said, a lot of great candidates, Malik and Alex Kapka, just great abilities, man, who will do some really good things for us. And then Hank and Colin are those slot guys who are going to do some really awesome things this year, man. Have really led that charge for that room, and so excited for those two. They're going to tear it up. And then, Hudson and then J-Bo, who've done it on tape at West. They're just doing it in a new place. So, two guys that'll do it. Do it in the fall for us. Just, there's got to be a couple of guys who really assert themselves as true dogs, competitors, and alphas who I can trust. And they all got ability. Just putting it together mentally. And then Braden, the young freshman who's got all the ability in the world, who will be an incredible player, in the future. I just hope it's soon, because I got 1 year with him, so I hope he takes full advantage of the moment. I know he is. I just hope he can put it together upstairs in his head, because he's got all the abilities physically. So excited for him.
What does that look like in practice when you see someone turn into that alpha, or you feel that trust? What specific things are you looking for?
Yeah, just energy, man. Like just belief, conviction in what they're doing, just playing fast and confident, and even like just simple one-on-one reps against a defensive back. It's just true one-on-one football, like man against man, and like making a big catch, maybe talking a little crazy to him, and just you can feel that kind of confident energy come out, and I'm excited. I'm going to promote that for sure, to be able to run your mouth a little bit, man, feel yourself, use your talents to be your best, and so playing fast, confident, and letting people know about it, man. I'm excited to see those guys do it. I'm going to promote it, that's for sure. I'm gonna need a dog out there. Like Pat, he was a dog, man. He was. Zakari too, just belief in themselves.
You don't have those same questions on the offensive line. Like, how important is it for you to have those 5 back and kind of a mixture of personalities on that offensive line, but clearly they're all talented.
Yeah, the true MVPs of our unit, O-line, D-line, the trenches, man, to have those 5 back is just great comforting for me. I mean, I played with some of them, Josh and Josh for 3 years now, and then the 2 tackles who were freaking really, really good last year, JC and Melvin, were dominant last year, and then that right guard, kind of Brandon Henderson will be in there a little bit, and then we'll just see how it shakes out. But guys who know who can do it, know they can do it, who believe in themselves, and just a tightly knit group. Their unity and their love for each other is something that I've never been a part of ever. They're that specific position group, the unity that they share it stands out greatly. And they work hard. They maximize their opportunities. They work harder than anybody on our team. Honestly, man, they're really ready to go.
How important is that for you to? Josh has been your center for 3 years now. I don't know exactly how the protections calls work for you guys, but how important is that to have guys who've done it for that long for you?
Especially a center, man. Just understanding his perspectives, his visions, like seeing different looks. I know what he's thinking and what he wants to get to in certain things. I know his mannerisms when he's kind of communicating to the rest of the guys, waiting on him to kind of get ready and get set, and just even under center, just so much comfortability and just kind of getting under there and just having comfort and doing that, man. It's an underrated thing, having a quarterback center kind of relationship like that of communication and comfortability of our perspectives. We have obviously conversations off the field and during the week of what are you going to do against this and this, and it's just we know how to communicate at a high level and get stuff done.
Whenever I bring this guy up, I don't want to look over Tanner Arkin and how important he was for you guys. One of the best blockers on your team, and he was really important for you. But Cole Russ could obviously add another dimension. I know you added 2 other transfer tight ends. Yeah. I know you and Cole are tight, and you've thrown around a lot. What can you tell us about Cole, the player? Because we haven't seen it yet. And how important is this training camp for him?
I'm so excited for him. I'm more excited for him than he is, I think, and so many people are. Extremely dynamic guy who's super fluid. Catch radius is very, very unique, and his ability to win against man coverage is something that'll be really cool. He knows the game. He understands it. He's done it in college football. Understands how to beat zone coverage, man coverage. He knows the passing game really well, and he'll mix it up in the trenches too. And so we got a good tight end room. Cole's so excited to get out there. Obviously, kind of being so close to what he's always wanted to be an Illinois football player and a Big Ten football player, and hurting his knee. But man, it's going to be such a cool part of his story. And I think it was all for a reason, man. He's using his gifts to be his best, work really hard to get healthy and strong, and he's ready to go. He's worked hard with me. I've made sure of it to keep him closely because he's going to be a big piece of our success this year. To have a good tight end who can mix it up in the blocking and then be able to be so dynamic in the back end especially in the Big Ten, is a really big deal. So excited for him. We all are. He's worked hard.
I don't want to belabor the off-season point, but when you think back in 15, 20 years, what do you think is the lesson that you're going to have learned from making the decisions you made this offseason, turning down what you turned down? Like, what do you think you're going to look back on from that?
Yeah, just always do the right thing, man. Just deep down, when hard decisions, adult decisions come your way, you kind of know deep down what the right thing to do is, and don't shy away from that conscience kind of decision to do the right thing. It's so easy to grab at instant gratifications and desires to fulfill in an immediate way, but it really fades and is not sustainable, man. I've really developed a slow burning furnace here that is really sustainable, and it will carry with me for the rest of my life. Just leading a life of good character, doing the right thing, and leading a quiet life, I think, too, man. Not being too outward about who you are, being too prideful, man. Just humility is everything, and it's hard to speak about humility because people who say they're humble are not very humble, So I just try to lead a life of good humility, practice those habits and good character, and just try to do the right thing. Yeah.
We're running out of time. I have a couple of rapid fire. Are we settled here on the mullet? you got a little more length to it?
Yeah, I'll get it more aggressive as the season goes.
Like a playoff beard?
Yeah, certainly in camp. I'll get it out of the helmet, you know, where it's kind of flowing for sure.
Your generation likes the mustache. Have you brought the mustache out
I
yet?
can do it. I definitely could. Like I can
rock
grow
it.
a nice beard. I can. I could do it. I don't know, man. The mullet's definitely is sticking around. It's gonna flow out the helmet this year for sure. I mean, if y'all want the beard, I can do that too. Like, I can do whatever.
Why do you call Braden Trimble hot dog?
I came up with that. I will take credit for that. He just reminds me of a little hot dog, man. He kind of looks like a hot dog. He looks like he'd eat a lot of hot dogs. He's a baby, you know. Like little kids just love little hot dogs, you know. He's just a little hot dog. He's a little skinny, little figure, you know. He's just fast, like a little hot. I don't know.
I think hot dogs are fast.
It gives off hot dog energy. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotcha.
He gives off hot dog energy, which is fine. It's fine.
All right, so if it's not football, is it just fishing? Is that what Luke Altmyer is doing if it's not football, or?
Yeah, I mean, I hunt a lot,
Yeah.
but you know, really throughout this calendar year, man, like 4 to 5 times a week, consistently, I'll go to a coffee shop and just read books for about 2 to 3 hours every single week, 4 to 5 times. I won't name the coffee shop, but I'm there consistently. If you find out,
Get a Luke Altmyer book club going here.
I know. Growing up, I want to own a bookstore one day, I think, or even a coffee shop, something like that. I love the energy, you know, with the books, old books, ancient relics like that. Something that I love learning. I'm curious as a young adult, I guess. But yeah, 4 to 5 times a week, I find myself there reading and developing as a person.
Luke Altmyer, stay curious, man. Good
Yes,
luck.
sir. I
Good
love
luck
that.
this season, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.